Okay, good morning. I remember in the last class I taught you on how to import from Excel using CSV, comma delimited. So in this class, I'm going to teach you how to import from the server. A lot of times we have different ways you can get data, and I think sometimes someone could give you a data from an Excel file. And that's why I taught you what I did in the last class. And in some cases, you can get data from Kaggle. Is a popular website where you can get a lot of data for modeling. But in the case of today, I'm going to teach you how to get data from the server. A lot of times people get accumulated data from what? From their database. By the time people are doing transactions or trying to fill one form or the other. So let's now quickly go through how we can get the data from the server. Now, I'm in a particular company server. So that means before you can have access to a company server, they must give you the cPanel, username, and password. And if they can't give it to you by themselves, they will help you to export it. So let's quickly go to the business of today. So I'm inside the server. I'll go to the database. So on getting to the database, I'll go to the PHP admin. I'm going to double click PHP admin. Okay. As you can see, exactly like you used to see it in Workbench or any other IDE or modeling or database. You could see that we have different database. Let me assume I want to use this and I want to download their payments. Okay. So payments, I think this particular company, they've been using our software for the past 3 years. So let's quickly export it so that we analyze their transactions or their sales. So that means I'll go to what? Export. Can you say it's telling you that payments? Then I'll click on what? Now, when you're exporting, it depends on the, can you see what I'm saying? You can leave it in CSV, MS Excel, JSON. There are many like that, but the popular one is SQL and CSV. So I can easily pick what? SQL. Then I'll click on what? Export. So it's already downloading. And that's one interesting thing about database, is always light. So imagine 20.2, something that they've been using to make sales for the past 3 years. So now this is everything. Then the next thing I'm going to do is I can open it maybe with my notepad or any other software that I like. It's going to be a very big data. Okay, so I'm only getting a singular table. Can you see? Very much, very much, very much. It's 23,000. I'm talking of rows. Not yet true. 86,000. I'm still scrolling to the recent transaction. This is 2024. This is 04. I can scroll, but it's not enough wasting our time. So let's now talk of how we can now import it to our database. Now, the first thing, I will teach you two different methods based on the time that I have. Just come to this top before the creative payments and delete all this row. No. No need to delete this one. Delete it from here upwards. Exactly. Make sure that this database, you leave it. Then scroll down to the end. I'll teach you two methods. You see that it's going to be till today. Can you see? Let me see. This is okay. That means they even make sales in the company this morning. You understand? I think today is 3 Abby. So they make sales. And this is the time that they make the sales. So that means from this place, what? Delete. Did you get it? So after that, I can easily copy everything. Control A, Control what? C. I'll now go to my workbench. Work. Oh, did I have workbench? MySQL. Oh my god. It's very painful if I didn't have workbench. I thought I've used workbench on this system before. Oh my god. Oh my god. Ah, I think I have MySQL Workbench. Oh my god, it's too bad. I didn't have Workbench. I thought I have Workbench. Okay. I think what I'm going to do is I will match two videos together. I'm going to copy this file. So let's try and copy it so that we'll use uh, another system to import. So assuming that I'm the company, you understand, that is giving you the file. So okay. So I've copied right. So let me just paste it somewhere, or better still, to coming notepad. I thought I've been using this system for workbench. It's even a surprise. Okay, V. Okay, let me quickly go to this thing. Let me quickly go to my mail. Okay. I told you that in the earlier part of the video that we've exported the SQL file. So now here is my workbench that I'm going to use to open the SQL file. So the major thing you just need to do is that anything before this database, make sure you delete it. Then the database would decide where this table, because this payment is a single table, so definitely it's going to stay inside a what? A database. So that's why I have a database before that is being named as Polytechnic Ibadan. So the next thing I'm going to do is that I will change whatever is here. What was here before was not Polytechnic. Let me see if it still has it in its memory. Okay, it's not there. I will have. Okay, don't worry. Let me just do it like this. Let me re-import it. How am I going to do that so that you get this is the major file? Payment. I'm going to right click on it. I'm going to open with Workbench straight. So when I open with Workbench, so I'm going to open it with Workbench. So I'm waiting for it to load. So after it has loaded, the next thing I'm going to do is I will delete some part of it. Can you see? Before the database name. So I'll delete this part. It's just to avoid unnecessary error. Then, in fact, let's see. Then, by the time you are through with all the rows, I'm trying to scroll it down to the last row. This thing is wasting time. Don't worry. Let's see if it can still work without an error, without going to the last. Hmm? Hmm? Okay, sorry. Let me go to the last. So after the last row, I'll also delete all these stuff as well. So it's just remaining the rows of the table and the name. So now here you could see that. Okay, let me just copy Control A, Control C, because immediately you open directly from your download, it will open an entire new tab. Can you see it's saying unconnected? So now I can now go to the major one that we are using. So I want to delete this one. Paste. So this is where, so it's loading. You see the file. This is the major one that we are using. Okay, so it's loading. Okay, so let me just scroll up. Then let me change this to the name of the database that we look at. This database before. How many tables are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, right? Okay, so I'm going to delete this and put the current database where we want it to be imported to. Polytechnic underscore Ibadan. Exactly. So you can also double click on this to make sure that it's the schema, that is the database that is selected. So after that, I will run my code. Now after running, can you say it's saying error code 1050 already? Oh, that means it has created it the other time. Yes. So I think what it was just trying to say is that it's complaining about some particular row that was not inserted. I never knew, because before this I've tried it. So let's see. Oh my God. Can you oh. It did it, but it didn't have any row. Are you with me? Which is wrong. So what I'm going to do is I will delete it. I don't want it. So what will I do? Just go there. Just right click and what? Drop the table. Exactly. So I've dropped the table. So let's try and perfect this that we are actually trying to do. Are you following? So now I want it to also paste all the rows. So that's why I deleted it. So let's try it again. So I'll be running. Okay. Okay. Look at what it's saying. It's saying incorrect data table, date value. You understand? So what will I do? I know that it will have pasted it again. Let me see. Can you see? So let me delete it. Let me check. Maybe still the same thing. So what will I do? I'm just trying to show you how to sort problems like this. So I'm going to drop the table, which I've done. So let's now correct the error. What it's saying is that it corrects date what? Values. So let's go back there. These are code. So I'll scroll and delete every row that has that incorrect. How will I know? I mean, this is what it's saying. Look at the last. Look at the last guy here, where he's putting 00. So values. Let me start from the beginning and start deleting it. I don't want to make mistake. That's why I'm trying to be very careful. Okay. Okay. So let me start from this one. Delete a substantial part of it. Sorry. Okay. Let me just delete a substantial part of it. Maybe we want to. Let me see. It's still having that 00. Anywhere that is still having that 00, I'll delete them. Maybe it was when I was still testing the code. It's still having it. Let me try and delete this. Still having it. This is part of data cleaning. Until okay, still having it. Normally, if I've known before I exported it, I will have edit it. There's a way you can select multiple rows and you edit it, but it's too late to do that. Can you see? That is correct now. So let's try and rerun it. I think it will work now. Control A, Control C. Let me just copy in case. Can you see? So all these things are is not, don't be perplexed when you see problem. The major thing is that anytime it's giving you an error, just try and look at the error log. So that will give you a clue what to do. And that is why anything that has to do with database, server, you can't stop having issues, having errors. So a lot of time when you hear, oh, something is happening to bank server, something is happening to this, something is either an error from what? From database or from the what? Or from the code. Exactly. So I just want it to run so that you see it before I stop the video. So can you see that it's still marking? That means it's still loading all the what? All the tables. Still loading all the tables. 14. It will still take us a little, right? So let's still allow it to run. You will be surprised at everything they've been doing for the past 2-3 years. So from there you can now start your work by what? Analyzing the data. Sometimes you can use a video model depending on the but you learn that in the next course we're going to be treating Python. So let me see if it's true. Okay, still loading. Okay, let's see if it's true. Let me refresh. I'll just come like this and double click on the table. God, can you see that I have all the data is in multiple thousands of rows? So in the next class, we would pick up another topic. I can assure you that we are getting to the concluding end of the course. So take your time. In case you are finding it difficult to understand it, watch the previous video and you'll be able to do the same. Please, you can go ahead with your question. The second way is you just importing it directly. Okay, let me show you. It's not really a big deal. Like, sorry, you just click on your query. Then you click on your query. Then I will open that one with Notepad. I will have deleted all those rubbish. Okay, now let's try and see if, you know what I want to do now? I want to bring it in directly, raw. Do you get it? Raw that I mean is, let me see if I still have little time, because, okay, this is the raw that I mean. Okay, this is the wrong one that I brought in the others are Control Z, Control Z. You understand? This is the raw. Okay, no. Let me bring it raw. Because now I didn't see your notepad. Normally I will have deleted all those rubbish directly. But now let me open it raw. Now you notice that when I open it raw like this, I'll copy Ctrl A, Ctrl C, exactly. And now go to the major stuff. Maybe this time around, I don't want to put it inside, let's put it inside circular. Let me double click on circular or paste. It's loading. I've pasted it. Yes, it's loading. Do you get it? So the only thing I will just do is, instead of, I don't want to delete any parts, I'll just come and change this one to what? Circular. Circular. Exactly. After that, I will run. Can you see that even this one, even with those that has an error, is still working? Do you understand? So maybe this one might be the first one. But am I sure that it's circular that is really working? Let me expand it. Let's wait for it to finish, just for us to know that maybe. Let me refresh. Circular. I think it's still loading. Exactly. So you can try any of the method. This one, I didn't delete anything. I just came to this place and I changed the database. Exactly. Okay, so see you in the next